It feels really nice to say this today. Welcome back to our little cozy studio. I hope you're comfortable, maybe with a cup of coffee or tea, or just a quiet moment for yourself.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I like that image. People settling in, slowing down a bit. That already feels very on topic today.
It does, right? Because today we're talking about something very close to everyday life, something you deal with almost every single day, even if you don't think about it.
The service industry.
Exactly. Hotels, taxis, restaurants, cleaning services, banks, all those places where you talk to people, ask questions, solve small problems, and use real everyday English.
And that's why this topic is perfect for listening practice and speaking practice. It's practical. It's real conversation, not textbook English.
And also very human, because services are about people helping people.
Nicely said.
Before we jump in, quick reminder, if you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
It really does. Thank you for being here with us.
Okay, Ben, let me ask you something personal to start.
Uh-oh, go ahead.
When was the last time you used a service and thought, wow, this was really good service?
Let me think. Actually, last week, I took a taxi early in the morning, half asleep, and the driver was calm, polite, didn't talk too much, but still friendly.
That sounds perfect.
Exactly. And I remember thinking, this is good service. Simple, but thoughtful.
And probably very simple English, too.
Very simple. Things like, good morning. Where are you going? Let me know if you need anything. That's it.
That's such an important point. Good service English is usually not complicated.
Right. It's clear, polite, and calm.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Hotels, tourism.
Hotels are interesting because they're often the first place people use English when they travel.
Yes, the first impression of a country sometimes.
Exactly. And hotel English is very predictable. You hear the same phrases again and again.
Like check in and check out.
Yes, and I have a reservation. Can I see your passport, please? What time is breakfast?
I love that one. People always ask about food.
Always. Food and Wi Fi.
Priorities.
In hotels, the tone is polite and slightly formal, but still friendly. You'll hear phrases like, how can I help you? Of course. Let me check. And right away.
Those are very useful expressions.
Extremely. And guests use simple questions. Is breakfast included? Can I get a late checkout? Where is the elevator?
No long sentences, just clear needs.
Yes, and it's okay to speak slowly. Hotel staff are used to international guests.
That's reassuring for learners.
Very reassuring.
I remember my first hotel experience in English. I was nervous, but everyone was so patient.
That's common. Service workers are trained to listen carefully and help.
Okay, let's move from hotels to transportation. Taxis, rides, getting around.
Taxi English is even simpler.
Which is great news.
You usually start with a greeting, then the destination. Hi, hello, can you take me to?
That's it?
Mostly, you might add please and thank you. Very important.
Magic words.
Exactly. And during the ride, small talk is optional.
Optional?
Yes, some drivers like to talk, some don't. Both are normal.
That's good to know. Silence is not rude.
Not at all. Silence can be comfortable.
And if there's a problem, like traffic?
Then you hear phrases like, there's a bit of traffic. We'll be there in about 10 minutes. Or, is this okay for you?
Those are very common.
And passengers might say, that's fine, no problem, or could you take a different route?
Useful everyday English.
Exactly. This is the kind of English you actually use.
Okay, now let's talk about one of my favorite topics.
Let me guess.
Restaurants.
Of course.
Restaurants are such a big part of culture and language.
Absolutely. And restaurant English is full of polite questions.
Like, are you ready to order?
Yes, or can I get you anything to drink? Would you like to see the menu?
Those sound friendly, not stressful.
That's because they are. Restaurants aim to make people feel comfortable.
And customers ask things like, what do you recommend?
Very common. Also, can I have or I'd like?
That's a great phrase for learners. I'd like.
Yes, polite and simple.
And if something goes wrong,
Then polite honesty is key. Excuse me, I think there's a mistake. This isn't what I ordered.
calm and respectful.
Always. You'll hear staff respond with, I'm sorry about that. Let me fix that. I'll take care of it.
That feels very supportive.
Good service should feel that way.
Okay, let's pause here for a second.
Sure.
We've talked about hotels, taxis, restaurants, and there's a pattern.
There is.
The language is simple, polite, and focused on solving small problems.
Exactly. Service English is problem-solving English.
That sounds very Ben-like,
Guilty.
but it's true. And that's comforting.
Very.
In the next part, I really want to talk about cleaning services and banks because that's where people often feel less confident.
Yes, those areas feel more serious, more personal.
And more interesting to talk about.
Definitely.
Let's continue with that next. All right, let's keep going. I feel like now we're moving into areas where people often feel a little more nervous.
Yes, because now we're talking about services that enter your personal space or deal with your money.
Exactly. Cleaning services and banks, very different, but emotionally similar.
That's a good observation.
Okay, let's start with cleaning services, household services.
Cleaning services usually involve scheduling, instructions, and trust.
Trust is a big word here.
It is. You're letting someone into your home, so the language needs to feel clear and respectful.
What kind of English do people usually use?
Very practical English. Things like, I'd like to book a cleaning. How much does it cost? What's included?
Straight to the point.
Exactly. You might also hear or use phrases like, could you please, is it possible to, or I just want to make sure.
I just want to make sure is such a gentle phrase.
It is. It sounds careful, not demanding.
And instructions matter here, right?
Yes, simple instructions are best. Please focus on the kitchen. The bathroom needs extra attention. You can skip the bedroom.
Very clear. No drama.
Right. And if something isn't right, you can say, I noticed something. Or, could we talk about this?
That sounds calm.
Calm is key. Service conversations work best when emotions stay neutral.
And cleaners often respond with phrases like,
No problem. We'll take care of it. Or, thank you for letting us know.
those phrases feel reassuring.
They are meant to be.
Okay, now banks.
Yes, the big one.
The word alone makes people tense.
That's true. But the English itself is not as scary as people think.
Really?
Really. Bank English is formal, but very repetitive.
Repetition is good for learners.
Very good. You'll hear the same words again and again. Account, balance, transfer, payment.
Familiar words.
Exactly. And the sentences are usually short and clear. I'd like to open an account. I have a question about my balance.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
It's not. And bank staff are trained to explain things clearly.
What if you don't understand something?
Then you say, could you explain that again? Or, I'm not sure I understand.
That's very honest.
And very normal. No one expects you to understand everything immediately.
That's comforting.
It should be.
Curious. Are there polite phrases people often forget to use at banks?
Please and thank you still matter. Also, excuse me.
The basics never disappear.
Never.
And banks also involve waiting.
Yes, and you'll hear things like, it'll just take a moment. Please have a seat. Or we'll call your number.
Those phrases are useful in many places.
Exactly, not just banks.
I noticed something again.
What's that?
Service English repeats across industries.
It does. That's an important insight.
Hotels, taxis, restaurants, cleaning services, banks. The structure is similar.
Greeting, request, clarification, solution, closing.
Like a small conversation formula.
Yes, and once you know the pattern, you feel more confident.
Confidence changes everything.
It really does.
Let's talk about tone for a moment.
Sure,
In service situations, tone matters more than grammar.
I agree. A calm, polite tone can fix many language mistakes.
And people listen harder when you sound respectful.
Exactly.
What about mistakes, misunderstandings?
They happen all the time, and that's okay.
Even for native speakers.
Especially for native speakers.
True.
When there's confusion, phrases like, let me check, just a moment, or let's see are very useful.
Those buy time.
Exactly. Time to think, time to fix.
I like how forgiving service conversations are.
That's because the goal is cooperation, not perfection.
Cooperation over perfection. That's a good rule for language learning, too.
Absolutely.
Okay, before we move to the final part, let's connect this to learning English.
Good idea.
Service situations are perfect for everyday English practice.
They are. You hear common words, common questions, and clear responses.
And you can practice listening and speaking without pressure.
Yes, real conversation, real purpose.
Ordering food, booking a hotel, asking about a payment, that's real life.
Exactly. That's why we focus on these topics.
In the final part, I'd love to slow down and talk about the emotional side of service.
How it feels to give and receive service.
Yes, because that's where language becomes human.
I'm ready for that.
Good. Let's go there next.